Here's how I got my FPS from about 50 to a stable 120 in Marvel Rivals with some very simple setting changes. This guide includes a fix for GPU crashing, memory optimization, a hidden Nvidia setting to boost FPS. Season 8 launched with an amazing new feature that lets you dramatically reduce your file sizes by 36 gigabytes while also increasing your FPS. If you go into the game properties on Steam and under DLCs, you can select to turn off high resolution textures. If your goal is to maximize FPS, then you definitely want this off. When launching the game, hover your mouse over this part and click on both Clear Local Config Files and Clear Local Redundant Files. Over the past few seasons, random cache files and redundant files can be clogging up the system that are really not required anymore, and we can get rid of those. One more new setting you can try that might improve your performance is to toggle this compatibility mode setting. You can try toggling this on and off and check what your performance looks like. This might actually help out with some older PCs. One more important thing is they have completely changed how the shader compilation works in this game now. Instead of it happening at the start of the game launch, you can actually play the game while shaders are still being compiled. For the best performance, I'd recommend waiting in the lobby until 100% of the shaders are preloaded, or else you might face stutters, FPS drops, and overall poor performance. Alright, now let's first talk about the in-game settings. Let's start with anti-aliasing and super resolution. This could be the biggest boost to your FPS by having DLSS or FSR turned on. I like to have the super resolution mode on quality, but you can go for performance for more FPS. Next important setting is FSR frame generation. Frame generation can definitely work and give you higher frames, but will create a lot of input lag. However, Season 5 also introduced Intel's XeSS frame gen, which is known to be slightly better than something like FSR 3. Now, the only use case for either of these I would recommend is for mid to low range PCs. It's going to make on-screen motion look significantly smoother and can greatly improve the apparent FPS. But if you are on higher end capable PCs, just leave it off. The input lag is not worth it. Turn on Nvidia Reflex Low Latency if you have the option. This will help reach lower input lag. Feel free to set your lobby FPS cap and background FPS caps to whatever you want, but make sure you either set your match FPS cap to your monitor's refresh rate or set it to unlimited. Next, we move on to the graphics settings. The biggest FPS killers here are going to be global illumination and reflection quality. These two settings have this lumen option, which is basically ray tracing. Always have this turned off or on screen space. As for everything else, you can set it to the lowest setting to maximize FPS. Now, before we close the game, open your task manager and you can find Marvel Rivals on the top. Right-click on it and click on Go to Details. Here, the correct application is this one that ends with shipping.exe. Right-click on it and check out this Set Priority setting. Here you can set the priority level given by your system to the game. You can set this to high or above normal. If you set this to high and your PC performance gets worse, please change this setting back to normal. But in some cases, this can help you squeeze out some extra performance out of your system to get some more FPS. Next optimization we can do is to enable preset K for Nvidia DLSS. An oversimplified explanation is that this is an updated, newer version of DLSS, and we can force Marvel Rivals to use it. It's possible to gain about 20-30 FPS by doing this, but it would depend on your system. I recommend you still do it because there's no real downside to it. Now, to do this, if you don't have it already, we'll need the Nvidia app. Go ahead and open up the Start menu and search Nvidia app and open it. Go into the settings of Marvel Rivals using the Graphics tab on the left. And if you scroll down, you'll see this DLSS Override Model Presets option. Click on it. Then go to Custom. And click on this Super Resolution setting. And then scroll down till you find Preset K. Then just hit Apply and you're done. Just like we mentioned at the start, one of the biggest factors in Marvel Rivals performance is your driver version. Try updating or downgrading your drivers, like to version 5.76.80, or you could even try using these studio drivers. Studio drivers are the most stable drivers ever, meant for creative professionals, but we can use them for gaming too. This in fact fixed all my FPS issues I had with Season 3. However, using this might mean sacrificing performance of your other games, so watch out for that. Next, open Steam, and on the right, click on the cogwheel and under Manage, click on Browse Local Files. Then follow this folder path as I do here, Marvel Game, Marvel, Binaries, and finally Win64. Here you'll find this Marvel Rivals Shipping EXE. Right-click on it and open its properties. Click on Compatibility and here, Disable Full Screen Optimizations and run this as administrator. Then click on Apply and OK. Then open the Start menu and type in Game Mode and open this first search result. Then click on Graphics and you'll find Marvel Rivals already here. Click on it and set the GPU preference to High Performance and select your main GPU. This is especially important if you have integrated graphics on your PC. This will also ensure that High Performance mode is used for Marvel Rivals.